What's up, y'all? This is another edition of the Rant. I ain't did no rant in a minute. I ain't done no rant in a minute though. But I just felt like I need to do this. I know this is late, but I'm playing catch up because I've been on break for like a week, and all the videos that I wanted to do, I'm doing them this week. So please bear with me. I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I felt strongly about it, and I wanted to talk about it just for a little bit. This video ain't gonna be long because the subject is already old and tired already. But I just wanted to give my opinion because I know that Lady Nika already made a video about it. So let me just give my 2 cents on it. You know what I mean? So the topic that I want to discuss right now is the whole allegation with Cynthia and Porsha and this whole physical attack that happened amongst the two of them. Now, let me tell you like this. I am not, I'm not one to say I'm not really one that's always against violence. Because sometimes I feel like sometimes you just need to backslap a bitch to make them understand where the fuck you coming from and keep them off your ass. That's how I feel sometimes. But in this particular situation, what I'm doing is I'm calling out the hypocrisy. I'm not necessarily saying that it was wrong, but I'm calling out the hypocrisy. Now let me just take it back to about last year when the Real Housewives of Atlanta had their season 6 reunion, and an incident happened between Kenya and Porsha pulled Kenya by the hair and dragged her across the stage. Now, in my personal opinion, I didn't see anything wrong with her grabbing her by her hair and dragging her ass across the stage. I'm gonna tell you why. Simply because if I'm telling you to stop pointing something in my face over and over again, you only got 3 times. If you keep doing it, it's gonna be a reaction. She had snatched the scepter out of her hand and threw it down. But then they kept arguing. So then Kenya decides that she want to take a damn bullhorn and yell up in the motherfucking face with it, and just escalated the situation to even more different heights. So when she yelled with a bullhorn in her face, that's still violating my personal space. Like, you in my face yelling with this loud ass bullhorn after I done told you to stop putting shit in my face. So with that being said, Porsha got up and she grabbed Kenya by her hair and drug her. I really felt like it was like basically saying, I'm not one for having bitches up in my face. Point blank period. If you gonna argue with me, you argue with me. We can go back and forth all day, but when you come walking in my personal space, and if you pouring shit in my face and doing all this, that's when it becomes another situation. You're not gonna be walking up in my face, and you're not about to be pouring shit in my face. That's something that you're not gonna do, and I just don't agree with invading people's personal space. I don't do that, period. If I'm arguing with you, I'm gonna give you 50 feet. I'm not gonna be coming up in nobody's face because I already know if I don't want to fight your ass, I'm gonna talk shit all day. But I'm not about to walk up in somebody's face and invade their personal space. That's just something I ain't gonna do because I don't want nobody doing it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I keep saying, I'm not much of a fighter myself. But if you invade my personal space, it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. That's just how I feel. That's just me. And people say I act tough, and I don't act tough. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't agree with walking up in somebody's face. Like, that's just personal. You know what I'm saying? If we gon' read each other, we gon' shade, we gon' argue, we gon' go back and forth, do that. But do that shit over there. You ain't gotta be coming in my face doing all of this and all of that and Macarena and shit all up in my. We ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? So after the incident, Cynthia had quite a bit to say about it. She said that she's never really for violence, and that she felt like Porsha wasn't violated, and she felt like there's in any situation violence is not the answer. All of Team Twirl said the same thing. They all ridiculed Porsha for pulling Kenya by her hair. She was called a ghetto hood rat and everything like that. My thing is, just because a person fight does not make them a hood rat. Just because a person curse don't make them no fucking hood rat. Y'all might call me one, but I embrace my ratchetness to the fullest. I know I'm a bit ratchet, but I ain't, whatever. So, now when the news breaks out that Cynthia and Porsha got into an argument, and Cynthia tried to walk off, but Porsha followed her, and the next thing you know, Cynthia kicked her in the stomach to keep her away from her. Now, let me just make it clear. If Porsha followed that bitch all the way around the boat after she trying to walk away from her, and if she trying to walk away from you and you following, you asking to get your ass kicked. You, like, literally, you asking to get your ass kicked, punch, whatever, drag, whatever. If I'm trying to walk away from you, bitch, don't follow me. That means if I'm walking away, the conversation is motherfucking over. It ain't no point for you to be following me. If I already said I don't want to talk about it, I'm done with the situation. Let me walk the fuck away and let me deal with it. I don't want to keep arguing with you. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? But apparently Porsha didn't, and she kicked Porsha. I mean, Cynthia kicked Porsha. Now this is the problem. But did Cynthia say that she would never react in a violent nature, and that violence is never the answer for any situation? My thing about it is, don't say what you won't do until you've been in that situation. And you was all for anti-violence and anti, this and that, but now that a bitch done violated your personal space, you kicking bitches. Which is not wrong, because if a bitch violating your personal space, you're supposed to do what you gotta do. But bitch, weren't you the same one that said that violence was never the motherfucking answer? So in this instance, I didn't expect for you to kick her, because you are the bitch that said violence is never the motherfucking answer. But then you got Team Twirl, and you got people that's, not really just Team Twirl, but people that just don't like Porsha, period. Everybody that called her out of her name for dragging Kenya and doing this and that are the main ones that's sitting up here, endorsing Cynthia for kicking Porsha. My thing about it is, I'm endorsing her ass for kicking Porsha too, because if a bitch follow me, I'm gonna kick you, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna throw something at you if you coming up in my personal space. I gotta keep saying it. Don't invade my personal space. Don't walk up on me like that. Because like I said, I'm not a fighter myself. But if you're gonna walk up on me, be prepared for me to throw something at you or hit you. I feel like when people be saying folks that throw shit can't throw hands, that's a lie. Because if I throw something at your ass and you hit and you fall back like this, they give me a head start. Especially if I know I can't whoop your ass. But that's just what I feel. But my thing about it is, don't pick and choose when it's right to do something. That's my whole issue with this whole situation. Everybody was so mad with Porsha because she dragged Kenya for pointing the scepter in her face, for yelling in the bullhorn in her face. Everybody was so mad with Porsha for that. But then when you got this bitch like Cynthia, the same incident, basically it's the same incident. Somebody followed her and invaded her personal space, and she kicked it. Now y'all hee hard, and I'm Team Cynthia. I'm 100% with violence and everything like that. Don't pick and choose. Like stand firm in your word. If you're not against violence, don't be against it. You know what I'm saying? Like oh shit! I just fucked my whole word up. If you're not against violence, if you're not against violence, stay against it. Don't try to sit up here and wait till somebody that you don't like get kicked to say that you all for it. Like, if violence is wrong in any situation, then let violence be wrong in any situation. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Don't be like, well, violence is wrong and you a hood rat if you resort to violence. But if it's that big, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's my whole stance with it. That's why I had to make a video about it, because Cynthia was the main one talking about not being up for violence, but you kicking bitches. So that really contradicts everything that you said. Now, I'm not saying she was wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm doing is I'm calling out the hypocrisy of the situation. It's always a double standard when it comes down to these Real Housewives of Atlanta teams, so to speak. When it comes down to the Kenyas and the Cynthias versus the Porshas and the Phaedras, everybody want to choose a side. But in this instance, I ain't choosing no side. I'm calling out the hypocrisy. I'm really annoyed because I be reading... I don't really visit the vlogs, but when I'm on Facebook and I see the little posts that reports this shit and I read the comments, the same motherfuckers that was mad with Porsha for pulling Kenya hair are the same ones that's rallying for Cynthia to kick Porsha in the stomach. Don't be hypocrites. Like, just see it for what it is. The bitch got in her personal space and she got kicked. Cynthia got in Porsha's personal space and got drugged. That's just the reality of the situation. Stop being hypocrites. That's all I'm saying. Don't contradict yourself just because you don't like a bitch. Just call a spade a spade. And that's all I'm saying. My next video will be a testimonial. I'm still going to do that. I'm going to talk about my experiences dealing with the DL man. And I'm out of here, you guys. Till next video. Peace.